Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to another CRPG News Roundup, this time for August 16th, 2025, where each week I take a look back at the week in computer and console role-playing game news and bring you the highlights. It looks like Witchspring R is getting an Xbox One release. This turn-based RPG will hit on August 22nd, at the same time that its free DLC, The Followers Fall, will release on all the other consoles and platforms it is available on. The game itself is a remake of the first Witchspring game, originally a mobile title. Robots at Midnight is set to release on the PS5 on August 28th. It is an action RPG that has been available on the PC and Xbox Series X/S for a few months now, and deals with a sort of retro-futurist world overrun with robots. Dark Deity 2 is set to hit Switch on September 4th. It has been available on the PC for a few months now, and is a tactical RPG in a fantasy realm. Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree, is set to hit Switch on September 4th as well. It has been available on the PC, PS5, and the Series X/S for a while now. It is a side-scrolling RPG in a dark fantasy realm which is being influenced by monsters from the realm of entropy. Cladoon X3 is set to release on September 26th in the West. It'll target the PC, PS5, and 4 and 5, and the Nintendo Switch, and is another in a series of RPGs. I think it's the fourth one, even though it says X3, which will revolve around selecting different weapon types and jobs and combining them. The Crazy Hyper Dungeon Chronicles is set for October 23rd and will be a 2D dungeon crawler with roguelike elements using tile-based graphics and turn-based combat. Slaves of Magic is set for November 3rd and will be a strategy RPG where the human world has been invaded by magic-wielding beings that must be resisted before they turn everybody into controlled. Deathless, the Hero Quest, is set for console sometime this autumn. It'll be a deck-building, turn-based RPG based on Slavic folklore and target the PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and the Nintendo Switch. Wizard of Legend 2 is also coming to Switch sometime later this year. It is an action RPG follow-up to the Wizard of Legend, of course, and allows up to 4-player co-op. It has been available on the PC, PS5, and the Series X/S for a few months now. The Secret of Weepstone has been announced. It will be a black-and-white dungeon crawler mixing dungeon crawling CRPG and tabletop RPG influences from the 70s and 80s. It looks nice. I may have to pick it up. Then Astrofel was announced as well. It'll be an action RPG where you are shipwrecked on an island where an old god is awakening from its slumber. Between the open-world setup, the 3 factions, and so on, it reminds me of the original Gothic in a way. As far as actual releases go, a few early to mid-2000s D&D titles saw their re-releases. There's Forgotten Realms Demon's Stone, an action RPG where you control a party of 3 characters, and then Dragon Shard, a strategy RPG/RTS set in Eberron. Shrouded Aspect is a turn-based tactical RPG set in a world with Celtic myth inspirations, otherwise seems to be pretty classic. Hidden Pass is a story-driven tactical RPG roguelite where you build a team of heroes to explore various sky islands. Inkshade is another turn-based tactical game, this time with a sort of wood miniature style, like actual tabletop style, with roguelike elements. Dice Gambit is a strategy RPG where you customize a family of inquisitors set to hunt down various monsters infesting a city. Robert on Earth is a sort of side-scrolling farming sim/RPG where you are a small robot managing an underground farm in a world where most of the life has been replaced by robots. Jupiter Hell Classic is a tile-based roguelike. This is actually not the original, but is a remake of a roguelike based on a certain demon blasting FPS game. A long time it was I think it was like Doom RL or whatever, and they had to change the name because of course it's Doom. They made it into I believe a 3D first-person roguelike, and then this is a tile-based roguelike based on that, which was originally based on like an ASCII-style roguelike. So there you go. Gravebind is a sort of isometric open-world RPG inspired by 90s games, currently in early access. It looks like it'll provide open-world adventure, but some multiplayer and MMORPG modes in the future. Wagotabi is another of those Japanese learning-style RPGs. Quite a few of them, actually, but this one looks a little different. It's set in Japan, so as to include elements of Japanese culture. Neon Spellstorm looks to be an action roguelike where you play a wizard seeking to make your way across a constantly crumbling and reforming path. Noble Legacy, I don't know this is as much of an RPG, but it's one of those base building / life sim style games, this time letting you play the ruler of a medieval settlement. And finally, there's Mythscroll, which is a text-based RPG where you enter a world shaped by your decisions with a D&D inspired character creation system. And normally, I would cover crowdfunding campaigns here, but I really didn't see any true RPG crowdfunding campaigns that really stood out this week. A couple caught my eye, but when I looked at them, they weren't really RPGs so much as adventure and puzzle games. And I know I'm really generous with my RPG definitions, but these were not even close. So anyway, I will wrap things up here in that case. This has been the RPG Crawler, my CRPG News Roundup for August 16th, 2025. As always, links will be below. If you like what you're seeing, remember to leave a like, commenting on any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.
And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.